Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On first down, Dawkins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Get down, get down.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Carr now to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 16 yards, a first down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Express. Go, 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 go.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
29. Express. Check, Mike, 39. Here we go.
Shotgun now for Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, pick your... White. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 80 weapon. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensive.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Go Chief. Hatchet. Protein spill. Shit. Trail gumbo. Raider 1. Express. Me.
From the 39, Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Carr gives to Richard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Express. 44. 44. Mike, 44. Express. 55.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Down. 180. 44 to Mike. Watch the run. 280.
On third down, Richard. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, 734. You're mine. Back. Yes, sir.
On first down, Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Monday, down. 280. 44. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Watch twist. Hey, check 24.
Richard. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I'm too strong now. Too big for you.
At the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Begin. 637. Express.
Hey, Charlie.
White. Crouch. Get set. Yes, sir.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
44 Mike. Check. Express. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
To throw is Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. This is Richard. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here I come.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Check. Hey, 734.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Hey, exit.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Bravo.
To throw again, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey. Switch it. Right, Chief. Low. SOS. Check.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Alert. Hey, Echo. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike 42.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Under 10.
On play action, Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On the ground, Richard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hand me. Check. 29. Raider 1. Alert flare, alert flare, flare. You're mine. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Craig. Express. Purdue. That's it.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Allen now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
694. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Yeah. Smoke. Express. Mike spoke both. Watch the run. Try down. What's up?
From the gun, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Alert 3.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 180, 93. Charles Gumbo.
They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill. Who's right? Watch twist.
Express. 93.
Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Check Mike 39. Check Mike.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
50. Check 50.
Check. Raider 1.
Carr now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 19 yards there on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Richard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
No.
check three.
Monday down. White. Deuce right, Chief.
Throwing now is Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Allen. The open man is Shark. It's complete. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 85 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carl trying again on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
You got one. You got tight. You got tight right there. Express.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Express. You're mine.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Here's Carr. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You can't block me.
Now Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Down. 185.
Hey, come on, now, come on.
Easy. Kill.
36.
One. Raider one.
Hey, check Mike 39.
Express.
39. In the face.
That's it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Raider one.
Hey, high 7. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
59-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
You're mine. It's good.
Carr going to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
6 guys. You draw closer. Raider 9.
On 1st down, Richard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Carr. Got him in, it's Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Down. 185. 5 down. Express. Hey, Raider 2.
Now Carr. Flushed out right. That is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Check 26, check 26. Well, Jumbo.
Rush in. Rush in.
Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to keep it on the ground.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
We got this. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where you're
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 3rd down, Richard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key.